Hi, this is Danielle Martinez, and I'm the nutrition educator from San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools. And today we're continuing our series with our nutrition nuggets. And today we're going to be talking about breakfast and how important it is for our bodies. We're going to look at two recipes, which are with foods that you could probably find in your cupboard or in your refrigerator at home. And we'll be talking about what makes a healthy breakfast. How to include at least 2 or more food groups in your breakfast, and how to make a breakfast that's low in sugar and low in fat. And I would encourage you to get a piece of paper and a pencil so that way you can write down some things when we do our activity in a few minutes. So what do you eat for breakfast? There's a breakfast sandwich that has eggs and toast and bacon. Or maybe you eat school breakfast and you get some cereal at school with some fresh fruit or yogurt. Or maybe you like to make a parfait at home, or you get to eat a parfait at school with yogurt and granola and different types of fruit. I personally like to eat oatmeal for breakfast. I usually like to do fresh fruit on it, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of nuts on there if I have them, like walnuts or almonds. And I like to drizzle a little bit of honey on it as well. So that's what I like to eat for breakfast. So you probably have something that is your favorite or your go-to for breakfast. So breakfast fuels our bodies. Today we're going to learn about why eating breakfast is so important and what types of foods are healthier to eat for breakfast. Now is the perfect time to get into the habit of eating breakfast every morning. Since breakfast is the most important meal of the day, eating something for breakfast is better than eating nothing at all. However, some foods are healthier to eat than others. Eating breakfast also has many benefits, like helping us get the nutrients we need, like vitamins, minerals, and fiber. These are all things that help our bodies stay healthy and strong. Eating breakfast fuels our bodies with nutrients so that we can concentrate at school, we can be alert to new things. It also helps us feel good about our bodies, and breakfast tastes so good. The foods we eat for breakfast gives us energy for the day. Remember that we must also burn off the energy we eat by doing physical activity. Therefore, we want to stay away from breakfast foods that are high in sugar and fat. So what happens if you don't eat breakfast? To help you get the nutrients you need to start the day, you want to eat foods from 2 or more food groups. Multiple food groups will help provide you with the nutrients and energy you need to concentrate, to be alert, to feel energetic, and to feel good. It may even help you to do well in school. So based on the things I just said, what do you think happens if you don't eat breakfast? So you may have a couple of different answers. Some of the things I said were you become less alert, you have less energy, you're not able to concentrate, and you may not do so well in school and or tests and quizzes. Sometimes you may even get headaches, stomach cramps, and you can feel grumpy if you don't have any breakfast. So looking at the My Plate poster, what foods in each group do you eat for breakfast? So think about maybe what you had this morning for breakfast. What foods that you had this morning fit into this My Plate poster? Did you have something from the fruit group, from the vegetable group, from the grains group, from the protein group, or from the dairy group? You can write it down on a piece of paper if you like, or you can just think about it out loud. So you don't always have to eat breakfast food for breakfast. You could have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or even a slice of leftover pizza. Pizza and sandwiches help give you a variety of nutrients because they are combination foods. And combination foods are foods that include 2 or more food groups. We are going to look at some breakfast options and try to decide which ones are healthier choices. Remember, a healthy breakfast has multiple food groups and includes foods that are low in sugar and fat. We're going to do our first activity, which is brilliant breakfasts. There are 7 breakfasts on this sheet. And we're going to look at each one and decide which 4 are the healthiest and why. So the first breakfast is sugar-coated cereal with whole milk. The second breakfast is whole grain toasted oat cereal, low-fat milk, and strawberries. The third breakfast is oatmeal, raspberries, and walnuts. The fourth breakfast is 2 fried eggs and 4 slices of bacon. The fifth breakfast is scrambled eggs with spinach and tomato, 1 piece of whole wheat toast, a glass of low-fat milk, and some orange slices. The sixth breakfast is a sausage and egg biscuit. And the seventh breakfast is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on whole wheat bread. So this is where you can write down which 4 you think are the healthiest. Your choices are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So out of those 7, which 4 are the healthiest? And I'll give you some time to think about it and write down also why they are the healthiest. And we'll talk about it in a few minutes. Okay, which 4 breakfasts are the healthiest and why? Well, if you said breakfast number 2, then you're correct. It has 3 food groups. It is a low sugar cereal and it has low fat milk. Breakfast number 3 has 3 food groups also, and is low in sugar and low in fat. Breakfast number 5 has 4 food groups and is low in sugar and low in fat. And breakfast number 7 has 2 food groups presented. Okay. So what food groups are in each of these breakfasts? In breakfast number 1, there's grains and there's dairy. In breakfast number 2, there's grains, dairy, and fruit. In breakfast number 3, there's grains, fruit, and a protein. In breakfast number 4, there's just protein. And in breakfast number 5, there's grains, fruit, vegetable, dairy, and protein. In vegetable number 6, there's protein and dairy. And in breakfast number 7, there is grain and protein. The jelly on the sandwich is considered an extra. It's probably not made from fresh fruit. Okay, so which one included the fruit, the vegetables, the protein, or the whole grains? Well, breakfast number 1 includes 2 food groups, but it has lots of sugar from the cereal and a lot of fat from the milk. Breakfast number 4 only included 1 food group and has a lot of fat from the bacon. And breakfast number 6 is made up of 2 food groups, but the sausage and the biscuit add a lot of fat to the meal. To help you stay fuller longer, you should choose foods that are high in fiber. Foods that have vegetables, nuts, and whole grains like oatmeal contain fiber. Look at the breakfasts again on the handout. Which one includes the fruits, the vegetables, the protein, or the whole grains? Breakfast number 2 includes strawberries, whole grain cereal, which provides fiber. Breakfast number 3 gives you oatmeal, which provides fiber, raspberries, and walnuts. Breakfast number 5 provides veggies, fruit, and whole grain toast, which provides fiber. Breakfast number 7 has whole grain bread and peanut butter, which provide the fiber. These types of fiber-rich breakfasts will keep you full longer and keep you going longer. Today we're going to make a parfait, a breakfast item that includes 3, 4, if you include nuts, of the food groups. But remember, eating something for breakfast is better than eating nothing. So you can do this at home very easily. Basically, all you need is low-fat yogurt, vanilla, or you could choose a different flavor, some granola, or some type of a crunchy cereal, even Cheerios would work. And then you would use fresh fruit. You can use bananas, strawberries, blueberries. You can even use some frozen fruit also. You would just let it thaw out before you eat it. And you would need a plastic cup or a spoon, a knife. You could do it in a bowl as well. But if you're like on the go, you're going to school, you can do it in a plastic cup and then just take it with you while you're going to school. You're going to wash your fruits first, and then you're going to distribute about a 1/3 cup of your Cheerios or your other dry cereal or your granola. Then you do a 1/3 of a banana, a couple raspberries, 2 raspberries, 1 raspberry, a couple strawberries, and then about 2 tablespoons of nuts. Once you have all your ingredients, you're going to, of course, wash your hands first. You're going to slice up the bananas and the strawberries if you decide to choose those. And then you're going to basically be layering your ingredients in your cup or your bowl. You're going to start with your yogurt. Then you're going to add a layer of either your crunchy cereal or granola. And then you can add a layer of fruit. Or you can do another layer of yogurt and then do the fruit. So you can kind of get creative. It's just basically layering in different foods. And this is a really easy recipe. You can do this at home. Probably you have most of these ingredients. And it's going to be filling. You're going to have a good healthy breakfast for the morning. Our next recipe is also a really easy recipe, and this one is called Wacky Waffles. And with this one, you need bananas. Peanut butter is optional. If you have a peanut allergy, then please do not use peanut butter. But that is what you can use. And then some type of a whole grain waffle. So how many food groups are we using for this breakfast, and what food groups are they? You can write it down, or you can just think about it and then talk about it out loud. So if you said there are 3 food groups represented, you're correct. So the waffle is a grain, the protein from the peanut butter, which is optional, and then the fruit from the banana. So what you're going to do is get all your ingredients together. You want a plate, a knife, you want to toast your waffle just as you would normally. And then you want to make sure you wash your hands before you start slicing up the bananas. If you are not allergic to peanut butter, you may get 1 tablespoon of peanut butter and you're going to layer it on top of your toasted waffle. And then you take about half of the banana and slice it up, and you can put that layered on top. You could probably use other fruit too if you like, if you want maybe to use some sliced strawberries or maybe some sliced peaches. You could really get creative with the type of fruit that you want to put on your waffle. But this waffle is filling, it has protein, it's got fiber, and it's got 3 food groups represented. And this is a really good, healthy, easy breakfast that you can do at home. I hope that you learned a couple of new recipes and that you'll be able to do these at home. Thank you for joining this lesson, and see you next time. Bye.